TV back with another one, you feel me? TVV, boom boom boom, TVV, and what are yo? Alright guys, today, wait. Alright y'all, it's your boy TVV. Pick classification: warrior, archer, a mage, a elf, a dwarf, or a small ant on the side of a hill, or a pizza. Up to you. Who are you in this story? Warrior. Okay. You are You are a warrior. You're a warrior sitting on the edge of a waterfall. You're a warrior sitting at the edge of the waterfall, and in the distance, there's war, and war rages on. But yet, the waterfall that you stand on is beautiful as the sunset falls down, and you can see your fellow comrades getting slaughtered by millions, while you sit up, waiting, plotting. It's time for you to come in. The king is calling your name. He just might die. He's in the middle of it all, and he just might die. He screeches your name from the hilltops. What is your name? Hold on. Before you do, the king screeches your name from the hilltops. He yells so loud that even the next village can hear. He yells, Dre, the warrior Dre. Dre! He screeches from the hilltops, shouting, yelling, as if someone has knives to his throat, because they do, and they're ready to off your king at any minute now. What do? Do you jump off the waterfall, wishing, hoping that something's gonna fall down and catch you, or will you just take the scenic route and just go back, walk through a couple rows, a couple bushes? It's gonna take you a minute to get there. You might die. It's taking you a minute to get there, but you stop. It's gonna take you a little minute. You taking the scenic route? You're not gonna jump off the waterfall? Bro, he might die. Bro, you're on the edge of a mountaintop. You're a warrior. You got some badass armor on, and you're about to take the scenic route? Alright. You take the route. Hell no. So what you gonna do with it? What? So you're not gonna do anything? Because you're gonna jump off the off the waterfall like a bat. You're not gonna do anything? Man. How long you waiting there for? Oh my god. With that choice, the king, the unknown enemy raises his hand up and falls down to the heavens, about to off your king. And somebody comes in and blocks it. A warrior, fierce, with glowing purple eyes like mist flying from his eyes. Ready ready to save his king because someone could not. He's there, looking badass, in a warrior's outfit, but it's like cut up as if he was fighting fiercely. He says, "Stay away from my king, because I will become successor, and I will become king. Stay away. I'll protect you. I'll protect you." And you, he points, you're so far, you're miles away, but he points your direction. You tried to off my king. The king listens in, and he says, "What are you pointing at?" He says, "Warrior Dre. He's on a hilltop. I can smell him. And he wanted to let you die." What do you do? I mean, you're all on the top of the mountain. We're not even we're rolling dice, but there's nothing to roll yet. You still up on top of the mountain, bro. Ain't nothing to roll yet, bro. What is crazy? It's absolutely insane. Pretty good. How? You still on the mount? I mean, you still on the waterfall? You jump off the waterfall? But you're jumping off the waterfall? Wait, you're jumping off the waterfall? Or are you taking the scenic route? Oh! Roll that dice. That dice. You're jumping out of a waterfall, so you gotta get a 15. You gotta get a 15 plus. You gotta get a 15 plus. Okay. Come on. Oh shit. A 20! Ooh! You jump off the mountain. Badass pose. As the sun hits your armor. The sun hits your armor, shining off, as if you're everything. It jumps off. You're falling down. You're falling down. A phoenix comes from above and swoops you up. And now you're on top of a phoenix, riding down to the battlefield, flying down. Ooh, your eyes glow red in a mist. And you jump down off the phoenix, ready to meet this unknown warrior. You stand there, you stand face to face with him. Not face to face, but he's far away from a distance. And you see your king cowering behind him, scared out of his mind. And you see the guy that he saved from the king, his head is sitting below his feet. Oh snap, he's lying. Well, you're lying then. Y'all roll a dice for that, bro. See if this lie works, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You get that lie like a 7. Like a 7. You got a 4. You got a 4, bro. They don't believe you. The warrior looks at you. Looks at you as if he's better than you. You really think I'm going to believe something like that? Face me. You're nothing but a pathetic loser who couldn't protect his king. Face me. Now. Oh, shit. Oh, snap. Ooh! Roll and die. You gotta get like a 10 for that. I can't tell you the odds go red yet. It depends on the dice. If you roll higher than the dice is, then you're gonna get something mad like beyond that. But if you roll like on exact point, it'll give you a certain thing. And if you roll like below that, then it's gonna give you like, you feel me? I don't know if the odds gonna go. It depends on what this dice do. That's low-key like a 16. That's low-key like a 16. What's that noise? That's low-key like a 16. If not came in, she could join your story. What you got? Oh. Nah! I texted you. I haven't talked to Nah all day. Nah, I miss you today, bro. I touch you all day. I'm doing a D&D story with Drip. You wanna join his story? Bro, he's mad cool right now. He jumping off waterfalls, eyes going red and junk. Like, he mad, like he going crazy. Like he jumping off waterfalls, slicing cheeks. Like cheeks. Like King's getting mad. Oh dang, she gotta do assignments. Oh man. W assignments, right? That's the story? Okay. Oh yeah. It's alright. Still love you. Anyway, I gotta get back to the story. What was I? Oh. Dang, bro, I'm not gonna lie. You supposed to roll a 16? You roll a mother freaking 18. You run up to him. You run up to him. You take out your sword at light speed. He doesn't even see you coming. You grab your blade and you slice his cheek, but only barely. And you stand next to him with your knife out, ready for blood. In GTA, ready for blood. He's shocked, but he doesn't waver. He doesn't seem to care. He stands still. He stands still, as if the blade never even touched him. And he looks back at you. And a drip of blood drips off your face. He sliced you too. He stands there, ready to protect his king, but not even holding his hand out, not trying to protect him, as if he's trying to tell you something, as if he's trying to tell you that he's better than you, and he doesn't even need to stand, he doesn't even need to do anything to protect the king, because if you try to get near him, he'll take you out in 1/10 of a second. He doesn't even care. The king gets up and he tells you, stop this nonsense. Why have you betrayed me, warrior Dre? Why? You are my faithful servant. You are everything to me. Ask him what? What did I roll? Ask who what? Nana? My king, it is because green. The king. Greed has overcome me. The king looks at you. What do you mean? But greed. I've taken you into my home since you were a child. Dun dun. Flashback. I have taken you into my home. And I have raised you as my own son. Your mother abandoned you. Your father was never there. And I let you into my home. And I fed you meal after meal every day. And gave you the best life that I could. I tried to be a father to you even though I know I could never be. I tried my best. And I trained you and turned you into the warrior you are today, and you're going to tell me greed? Greed? What do you mean greed? I gave you everything you could have asked for. I gave you gold. I gave you a home. I gave you something beyond myself. I gave you my heart as a father. I even let you marry my daughter and become the next king. I was going to let you do that. But now you left me no other choice, Dre. The king reaches down, holding onto his sword, shaking as if he doesn't want to do this. Shaking because he just might have to end the one dude that he would call son's life. Here and now. The king shakes, buckles his knees, as he nods his head, telling the warrior to draw his weapon, telling the warrior to calm down. The warrior walks away, but he still stands. He stands right behind the king. The king says, I have to do this. I'm sorry, Dre, but I'm going to have to put you down. The king holds out his sword. Oh! Why would you do that? Maybe you're not the good man you said you were. If your warriors killed my father, I know. Maybe you're not the... But he took you in, bro. He has no other choice. Why are you trying to kill him? Bro, what? You don't even know that, bro. You're a terrible person. Rolling the dice, bro. That's a 20. You need a 20 to do that. That's insane, bro. That's insane, gang. Rolling dice, bro. Oh my god, bro. You're ruthless. Jesus Christ. The dude's helpless. You don't even gotta do all that. You can just push him down. He's weak. Alright, bro. You got an 8. The warrior steps in. King. My king. Let me handle this. Go home. I'll cut this thieving, conniving traitor down myself. The king cries. Oh, Dre! 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 As someone comes in, dragging him away. It seems to be one of his minions, dragging him away, one of his other warriors, dragging him. And off in the distance, you see the other people battling. And they pull him away. He screams, Dre! Dre! We have to keep the king out of harm's way. The warriors say, Dre! Dre! How could you? How could you? I gave you all! I gave you some place to stay! I treated you like a son! How could you, you bastard? How could you? And he's pulled away. And the warrior stands before you. What do you do? Wait, then what? I mean, you can do whatever you want. But it depends on the dice. You might not be able to. What you doing? I don't know. Yeah, he's ready to fight you. He's standing before you. He's ready. It's just a matter of what you'll do. He's a warrior. He won't make the first move. He's an honorable warrior. Maybe you could use that against him. He honors another warrior. He won't attack you without you attacking him first. Maybe you could use that to your advantage. I should be a dungeon master. Pretty awesome. I swoop him down on the floor. I hold the sword and I start beating up his trauma. Got roll 15. 18. You sweep him down, but he lets you. He's aware of your tactics, but he's a fierce fighter and a fiend at that. He loves to fight, so he wants to see just how far you'll go. You sweep him down, and you start to tell him about his past, about the things he's done, and he looks you in the eye. And he laughs. And stares you into your eyes, but you see nothing within his. It's as if it's a hollow shell of what once was there. It's as if he's no longer human, but a warrior at that. Only a warrior. I run away so I can save this grand finale for the end. You run away. But he's in front of you now. Standing before you as you fall to the ground. You tried to run away. He seems to be a lot faster than you. Maybe take note of that. He starts to pull off his armor. He rips off his armor. And he points his knife at your throat. And he looks you within the depths of your soul. And he wants you to fight. He's honorable. And he wants to take you up on that challenge. He throws his knife up in the air. Far as the eye can see, up in the clouds. You can no longer see it. He goes from the bottom to your right rib cage. Punches you. You barely noticed it. And he goes to your next one. A second punch. A third punch to the body. What's your move? He's behind you. Cracks you in the back. You lean forward. He's fast. Goes to your side. His hand. Right to your neck. You fall back. Bounce you off the ground. Bounce you off the pavement. You roll back. You catch yourself. The warrior stands before you, walking patiently. His breathing is perfect. I get up, dodge his punch. Oh, he didn't try to punch you. He's still walking towards you. So you go up to him and punch him. Uppercut his jaw. Right hook. Right hook to his dome. And I kick his stomach. Knock him back. Looks like you don't have to roll here. That's your tactic. He lets it happen. It's as if he feels nothing. He's on the ground. And he stays there. What do? He sits in a folding leg position. And he just chills there, staring at you into the depths. He still stares at you, unintensely. But you can feel the bloodlust within him. But at the same time, it's not there. But you can feel the intent. He doesn't laugh, but stares you down. This is truly a fierce battle indeed. He sits there. You hear a noise, but you can't quite make it out. A blade falling from the sky at light speed. You try to awaken, but the blade had came down faster than you could have imagined. It hits you right here in the middle of your neck, impaling you. You're not dead, but you're on the ground. It looks like he knew what you could have done. You black out. You can no longer laugh. You try to laugh, but you're on the ground, blood leaking out. You laugh hysterically as you bleed out to death. He's curious, but he doesn't make a noise. He doesn't even smirk, and he drags you. You're blacking out. You don't know what to do. You're blacking out over and over. You can't get up. You can no longer make a move. He drags you to the palace. He stops as he hears your plea to take him to jail. He stops and redirects his path from the castle and leads you to a hilltop. He props you up with the blade within your neck, and it starts to glow as he takes it out, and your neck heals right back up. You could ask him what's the source of this magic. You could ask him anything, but will he answer you? He sits on the edge of the hilltop with you as you bleed to death, and he looks at the sunset, at nothingness. Will you ask him about his past, or will you continue to fight with whatever you got left? No, he redirected his path. You're on a peak of a mountain within the cave, but it's like peeking out, like a big thing peeking out the cave, but you're on an edge, and you're sitting there with a beautiful view. And he sits there on the edge. He props you up as you sit there too, with your neck trying to heal up as it's glowing, but the dimming light starts to fade. Will you ask him questions? Or will you die as a forgotten warrior who tried to kill his king? Roll the dice. You need a 20 to do that. Because you're about to die. A 5. He can see you trying to transform, but the glowing light around your injury starts to dim itself. He doesn't even flinch because he knows that it won't happen. The questionable unknown warrior takes off his. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't take off his helmet. You see hair from here, blow through the wind silently, and you think to yourself, who is he? Will you ask him questions on your final days, or will you die knowing nothing of this warrior who took you down effortlessly? Listen to me. I have a daughter in Whiterun. Daglar, please don't leave me. My daughter's an orphan. He sits still as the wind blows. The wind blowing beneath you two. Between the gap that separates you, the wind blows. The warrior leans his head down and takes off his helmet. And it seems to be a lady. She puts her helmet down calmly, with nothing in her eyes, as if she's somewhere else, yet there at the same time. And she utters one word. Nah. Who is this warrior? What is a Nah? What is that name? What would you ask? Who is this forgotten warrior? Who is this warrior who seems to be here but in another place? The warrior who seems to have left their story untold. A warrior whose story could never continue because he never came back to play the game. What will you ask this forgotten warrior? Start coughing blood. The warrior. Y'all get what's going on though, right? Bro, the warrior's not. The warrior. Yes. This warrior starts to speak silently. But not through their mouth, but through your mind. He doesn't care about the blood you spit up. He doesn't care about your condition. But she speaks through your mind, through the breezes within the wind. And you see her story flash beneath her eyes. She was in the woods. She rode an ogre. It was a beautiful story, yet tragic. A grandma was possessed. She saved a couple people, but she walked away from that story blindly, knowing nothing of this world. At first she had everything. She had a story. She had an ogre. She had an alligator that was a bird at the same time, that was a bear. It was amazing. She had a life that she never thought she'd have. But that life was taken away from her one day when her story just stopped. Everything disappeared. She saw nothingness. It's as if someone stopped telling her story. So she wandered effortlessly through the world at which nothing happened. She saw things, but she felt nothing. her story had been cut off. It's like she's been given up on. So she walked through deserts, through winter havens, through everywhere, yet feeling nothing. She even tried to fall off a mountain, as if her life had no meaning. But she would always catch herself with her blade scraping the mountain's edge as she falls down. And she always felt like she shouldn't give up, because one day my story will continue. I feel the light within my eyes again. But this is a flashback right now, bro. Chill. But the warrior never felt anything after that. So she found a kingdom, and she served the king with emptiness in her eyes. And then she met you. Yeah, come back if you were freaking continue your story. Your warrior in this world is walking around without a story. It's so sad. Okay, let's see what Drip said. You're not bad. You're just... Your warrior doesn't have a story no more. Because you left him. I mean, you left her. You never continued your story. So it continued on its own. Oh, let me see what's happening. Hold on. I gotta read. You're not bad. Yeah, you just saved the king. My evil demons start to rebel. I'm trying to fight back. And I snap back into my original self. If you bring some life back into your freaking story, but you got assignments to do. But a warrior without an author is nothing. So will you end your story properly, Drippy? Or will you be just like the fallen warrior? I was possessed. I stand up. You stand up. You try. But your body is just too weak. But you somehow stand up. And you bow. You don't do a knee because you're just too injured. And you bow down to this fallen, forgotten warrior without a story. And this warrior stares into the abyss of the sunset, knowing nothing, but seeing everything. You see turtles in the distance. Why are there turtles here? But trolls at the same time, walking behind these turtles. She tries to piece it together. She tries. But she just can't figure out what she's missing. I kneel to Naros and beg for forgiveness from the kingdom. That is not your decision to make, that is the king's. And the king sadly wants you dead. But Naros has nothing to say. The one who created her story has never returned. So she will forever be a warrior floating in the wind. But she doesn't know why she saved you. She just feels as if she knows you from somewhere. Somewhere beyond all this. How will your story end? We don't know. Will you leave this forgotten warrior and cower away? Nope, you can't make up the story, bro. You can only say things you will do in the moment. I'm the dungeon master. That's my call to make. I have to say something. I mean, if you tap back into your story, but if you leave again, she'll still be a empty vessel. Nah, man. I'm the dungeon master. I'm the dungeon master, bro. Only I make those calls. You guys are the main characters. I create the scenery. You haven't even fully tapped back into your story. That's not how this works. You left your warrior for weeks without a story. How do you know this warrior wants to even be a part of you anymore? How do you know this warrior will forgive you? You have to tap back in. You have to talk to your warrior somehow. You have to find a magical book. You got to create another character. You have to somehow find a way to get your character to respond to you because they don't want to talk to you anymore. You left them empty. You left them with nothing. You left them with nothing, but you didn't even leave them with a story to tell. You left them with nothing. Nothing, not even a sword. You left their friends behind. You left their story behind. You left everything behind in this world. And you expect them to just forgive you? You expect them to just kneel down? No. You gotta make amends to this fallen warrior you have forsaken. Oh my god! Drippy falls down. He's dying. I'm sorry. He begs to the warrior. He begs to the warrior. He tries. He pleads. But this warrior can save him. But she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't care to know what to do. She doesn't care about anything. Because the one person who did care. The one person who kept her story moving and left her. But she has nothing. So she stared into the abyss of the sunset. Seeking something. Something that'll push her. Something that'll make her want to save him. But there's nothing. All she can see is turtles in the distance. Nah, find a way. Find a way to tap back into this fallen warrior. Find a way to let this warrior know. Find a way to let this warrior know something. Find a way to get this. Find a way to get this cowardly warrior who tried to kill his king. Try to get him back to his daughter, because I'm sure he did it for a reason. Find a way, because you don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time. Hold up. Hold on. 1 second, chat. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hold on, chat. I forgot how to do it. Never mind. Huh. Anyway, I forgot how to do it. You don't have a lot of time. You got 5 minutes. I find a magic book. Where? How do you find a magic book? How? How? You haven't tapped into this warrior. You haven't created another character. You haven't found a way to do this. You can't just... No, you haven't found a way to get to this forgotten warrior. But how? You abandoned that inventory and you abandoned her. Listen, you don't have a lot of time. You got 5 minutes. 10 minutes, actually. To figure out how you would tap into this fallen warrior. Starting now. Or he dies. His wounds start to open up. The magic that was sealing it starts to unfold. It starts to unravel. The blood drips down from his neck. He sees a light. A shining light. That starts to dimmer down to darkness. He no longer sees the light of the sun, but the weight of his sins. The weight of everything he's done, and the weight of the world that's crumbled beneath him. He sees nothing. He sees darkness. And I'm still possessed by that magic thing. This is unfair. It's not unfair. Find a way. Tap into that magic. Create another character. What are you doing? Travel to that realm. Do something. It's not unfair. Jump, but I fell. Oh, snap. He fell into the waterfall. Oh. He's falling slowly. Time starts to stop. He's falling off the mountain. Only one thing can save him. Only one person can save him. Yeah, but how are you going to get to your character? You got less than 10 minutes. How will you get to your character? How will you tell them that you're sorry? How will you get them to understand? He falls down. Time starts to stop. A portal opens up. Something walks out, but you can't see it. A light. But it's not a light. It's weird. A man walks out. He looks to be weirdly cool. But yet his armor is broken. He has scratches on him. One arm is buffer than the other, but it doesn't look off. It looks pretty freaking awesome. He has a scar down on his eye, and he has a birthmark that shines beneath his broken armor. And he runs. And he dives off the edge. His eyes glow. Glow of red. A mask he pulls down. It seems to be in the shape of a spider. Ooh! He jumps down. He falls back. Gliding down from the mountain effortlessly. A portal opens up. Dropping out Dre. Back on the edge. As he falls down from the falls. But somehow he appears behind the forgotten warrior. The unknown warrior known as Na. He appears behind her. With a black mist surrounding him. But it doesn't seem sinister. He utters the name Gerald. And he taps her. And she awakens. A glow from her eyes. A flashback of Turtle. Of everything. Everything. I'm sorry. Everything. Everything that she once did. Everything that she once was. Her story appearing before her. Her author standing before her. She sees a person. A person who created her. A person who made her what she is. Her eyes open up. The warrior stands behind the forgotten warrior. With a breeze. He turns it to dust. Black dust. But you can still see his hand. In his mask. That resembles a spider. He uttered the words, Gerald. Who is this forgotten warrior? Dre steps up. He stands up. He seems to be okay. after touching the warrior. He seems like he's okay after entering the portal. He's in shock. He doesn't know what to do. What do y'all do? No, Turtle's not back. He uttered the words, Gerald, beneath his misty breath. Bro, why are you sad? Do you not just hear what happened? You not see what just happened? Oh my god, you need a recap? You need a recap? Y'all need a recap, bro. Y'all not know what just happened. Y'all need a replay? Do y'all not know what happened? Oh my gosh. Y'all need a recap, bro? That was hard. You gotta go, bro. That was me.